one day, my boss set up a meeting that had the potential to result in millions of dollars being transferred to my program. Now, when you work overseas in a combat zone, you typically dress down in jeans or cargo pants and a simple polo shirt. Not to mention, it's tough to acquire a large wardrobe when your retail access is limited to the local military exchange store. Anyway, on that fateful day of the meeting, I simply pulled the first polo I could find out of my closet and didn't think twice about the professional setting I was entering. And granted, I think this was 2000 and I believe 11 or 12. After getting dressed, I walked outside to meet the government program executive. We're talking about, a GS-15, a guy that's like a really high level guy that controls millions and millions of dollars. He stared directly at my shirt, which had a logo on the right breast pocket for a certain hip hop clothing brand. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me take this camera off myself real quick. Stop sharing. What was I thinking that day? I have no idea. But what I wasn't thinking, that was the problem. When he noticed, when I noticed him noticing my shirt, I was mortified. This is no diss to hip hop, but there is a time and place to wear that kind of attire, and a meeting with a potential multi-million-dollar customer isn't it. The program exec gave me a look of disgust, as he should have, and he never directly commented on my shirt. This was likely because he didn't want to embarrass me or cross any cultural lines. I'm African-American and he is Hispanic. Now, isn't that a shame? He didn't want to say anything to me because I was African-American, and he should have. But, I understand the climate that we live in sometimes these days. Like, this is just my humble opinion, but it may prevent people from correcting you on the spot, which he should have corrected me. But the look did enough, so I kind of got the message. The meeting went forward and we nailed it. We ended up securing roughly $10 million in additional funding for our program. But what if that military colonel took one look at me and said, I'm not giving tens of millions of dollars to a country manager who isn't smart enough to dress for this corporate setting, for this corporate meeting? It reminds me of a phrase I heard as a kid. And like I said, I'll go back to what my uncle told me a long time ago. If you look good, you'll feel good. And if you feel good, you'll do good. If you look good, don't you just feel different when you walk outside and you're dressed sharply? And then in another way, if you're not, I vowed never to put myself in that position again. I knew at that time of my life that I wanted to be taken serious and promoted to executive role. I had to start dressing the part. As my late great uncle Willie used to say, if you wash your car, it runs better. Go do that. Go try that one. Go, drive your car when it's dirty, and then go wash your car. And for some reason, it just feels like it just runs better. I don't know why that is, but that's an old country saying. People are the same when it comes to their attire. You perform better when you dress the part. All right. And I want to play another video from Strategic Career Building, How to Become a CEO. One of the unspoken truths about being an executive is that dress code matters. Once you make the career change to become a president, your presentation is paramount to your image in the organization. Having said that, I want to make it clear that this is my opinion. There are far more qualified people to talk about this subject matter than myself, but based on my perception and experience, this has proven to be true. Further, how to dress is based on my perception and experience. So feel free to take my advice with reason. At the point in your career where you're an executive, you will have a better sense of your industry and office. In that case, feel free to apply your own experience and use your best judgment. How to dress like a male executive, in my opinion, means keeping it simple.